woke up tired before the day began. Like sleep could never fix what's in my soul. Every step felt heavier than yesterday, like I was losing parts I used to hold. I tried to smile, but even that was shaking. I tried to pray, but words just fell apart. And in the middle of my quiet breaking, you found my heart. You didn't ask me to pretend I'm stronger. You didn't ask me to hide what I feel. You met me right inside my deepest weakness and made it real. When my heart was too tired to keep going, you became the strength I didn't have. You lifted every burden I was carrying and gave me all I lacked. When my heart was too tired to keep going, you held me closer than before. And in the middle of my exhaustion, you became my more. I thought that strength meant never falling over, that I had to be enough on my own. But you showed me strength is found in surrender. When I let you take control, and slowly all the pressure started fading. The weight I carried wasn't mine to bear, because the one who Till then I will keep resting in your promise that I will never walk alone. For the God who holds the broken and the weary will lead me home. When my heart was too tired to keep going, you became the strength I didn't have. And now I see your love was never leaving. It only carried me back. When my heart was too tired to keep going, you became my song, my peace, my light. And in your arms I found forever. I'll be alright. You became my strength when I was weak. You carried me when I couldn't speak. The night was quiet, but my heart was restless, filled with worries I could not outrun. I watched the shadows dance across the ceiling, wondering where my peace had gone. The road behind me carried many memories, some of joy and some of deep regret. And every mile seemed to whisper questions that I still hadn't answered yet. And through the silence came a gentle kindness, like morning sunlight after endless rain. A voice so full of mercy and compassion softly called my name. I thought I was alone, then Jesus called my name. And suddenly the darkness wasn't quite the same. Every fear that held my heart so tightly started slowly slipping away. I thought I was alone, then Jesus called my name, reminding me his love had never changed. And in the safety of his presence, I found the strength to hope again. He didn't speak with thunder from the heavens, or write his answer brightly in the sky. He simply met me in my fragile weakness and stayed with me through the night. God who holds the stars in motion already had a perfect plan. He knew the tears I'd never shown another, the hidden battles nobody could see. Yet still he drew a little closer and whispered peace to me. I thought I was alone, then Jesus called my name, and suddenly the darkness wasn't quite the same. Every fear that held my heart so tightly started slowly slipping away. I thought I was alone, then Jesus called my name, reminding me His love had never changed. And in the safety of His presence, I found the strength to hope again. One day every lonely road will end in glory. Every sleepless night will fade from view, and all the moments I felt abandoned will reveal how close you always were. Until then, I'll trust the hand that guides me, even when I cannot clearly see. For the Savior who found me in the darkness will walk through every dawn with me. I thought I was alone, then Jesus called my name, and my weary heart has never been the same. For the voice that spoke such healing over me still echoes through my days. I thought I was alone, then Jesus called my name, and now I know wherever I may go, the shepherd who found me in the midnight will never let me walk alone. Jesus called my name, and I found peace. Jesus called my name, and my fears were released. There are days my heart feels scattered pieces, like it cannot find its way back home. I try to sing, but only broken echoes are all I seem to know. Still I lift the fragments of my weakness, every tear I never hid from you. And somehow in the middle mercy breaks through. You don't require perfect melody, you don't demand a flawless song. You just receive the honest offering of a heart that's barely strong. Even my broken heart can still worship you. Even my trembling voice is enough, for you are not moved by perfection. You are moved by love. Even my broken heart can still worship you, and in your presence I am made new, because the God who sees my weakness still calls me through. I used to think I had to hide my fractures, to stand before you without any shame. But you showed me that my deepest broken places are where you call my name. So I no longer run from what I'm feeling, I bring it all before your throne. Because in every piece I thought was failing, I find I'm never alone. You turn my pain into a pathway, you turn my wounds into your praise. And in the middle of my surrender, you rewrite all my days. Even my broken heart can still worship you. Even my trembling voice is enough, for you are not moved by perfection. You are moved by love. Even my broken heart can still worship you, and in your presence I am made new, because the God who sees my weakness still calls me through. One day every broken note will vanish, every tear will turn to song, and I will stand before you whole forever, where I belong. Until then I'll keep on giving everything, even when I have nothing to give. For the God who loves my broken offering is the reason I live. Even my broken heart can still worship you, and that truth will carry me through night. For the Savior who receives my weakness universe into light. Even my broken heart can still worship you. And now my soul can finally see that even in my broken hallelujah, you are enough for me. Broken, but yours, still yours, always yours. The evening settles softly on the window, and shadows stretch across the quiet room. Another day has come and gone behind me, like a fading flower losing its bloom. I've carried worries farther than I should have, held burdens never meant for me alone. But here beneath the silence of this moment, I finally lay them down before your throne. You know the thoughts I never say aloud. You see the tears I try so hard to hide. And every time this weary soul grows restless, your gentle mercy meets me by my side. Before I sleep, hold my heart, Jesus. Wrap me in the comfort of your peace. Let every fear surrender to your presence. Let every anxious whisper finally cease. Before I sleep, stay near beside me. Be the song that carries me through night. And when the morning sunlight finds my window, let me awaken in your perfect light. There were moments when I stumbled through the darkness, searching for a road I could not see. Yet every step that seemed so lost and fragile was still being guided faithfully by thee. You never asked me to be strong forever. You never told me I must stand alone. Instead, you offered grace for every weakness and made my trembling heart your home. Your love remains when circumstances change. Your promises are written in the stars. And even when tomorrow uncertain, I know exactly where your faithful arms are. Before I sleep, hold my heart, Jesus. Wrap me in the comfort of your peace. Let every fear surrender to your presence. Let every anxious whisper finally cease. Before I sleep, stay near beside me. Be the song that carries me through night. And when the morning sunlight finds my window, let me awaken in your perfect light. One day there'll be no sorrow left to carry, no lonely valley waiting to be crossed. Only endless joy around your throne of glory, where nothing broken will ever be lost. Until that day, I'll rest within your goodness, trusting every chapter yet to come. Because the hands that form the stars above me are the same hands leading me home. Before I sleep, hold my heart, Jesus. Let heaven's peace wash over every fear. For every breath becomes a quiet worship when I remember you are always here. Before I sleep, stay near beside me. Be my shelter through the passing night. And when eternity unfolds before me, I'll forever walk within your light. Hold my heart, Jesus, through the night. Hold my heart, Jesus, until the morning light. The night was deep, the silence overwhelming. My thoughts were louder than the falling rain. I tried to fight the weight of every feeling, but everything inside me felt like pain. I looked for light in places that were empty. I searched for peace that never seemed to stay, until I felt a presence in my weakness that gently pulled my fears away. Not in thunder, not in lightning, not in answers I could see, but in a quiet, steady came and rescued me. You were never left alone in the dark, even when I thought I stood on my own. You were closer than the air I was breathing. You were there all along. You were never left alone in the dark. Every tear was never unseen, and in the middle of my broken silence, you were holding me. I thought my prayers were lost in empty ceilings, like they never made it past the room. But heaven was responding in the waiting, even when I was consumed. Every delay was never your absence. Every silence was a deeper love. You were shaping something in the shadows I couldn't rise above. You were working in the unseen moments. You were building what I couldn't plan, and every step I thought was abandonment was your guiding hand. You were never left alone in the dark, even when I thought I stood on my own. You were closer than the air I was breathing. You were there all along. You were never left alone in the dark. Every tear was never unseen, and in the middle of my broken silence, you were holding me. One day I will see the full picture, every shadow turn to light, and all the times I felt forgotten will reveal your perfect design. Until then, I will trust your presence, even when I cannot understand. For the God who walks with me in darkness still holds me in his hand. You were never left alone in the dark. You were always guiding me home, and the love that found me in my weakness will never let me go. You were never left alone in the dark, and my soul can finally see that even in the deepest valley, broken thoughts I barely understand. My faith feels small, like flickering embers, slipping softly through my hands. I wonder if you hear my silent whispers, if heaven notices my fragile sound. But even in my most uncertain moments, your presence still surrounds. You don't measure prayers by perfection. You don't weigh them by their strength. You listen with a father's compassion that goes to any length. Even my weakest prayer still reaches heaven. Even my trembling voice is heard. For the God who made the stars above me knows every broken word. Even my weakest prayer still reaches heaven, and nothing is ever out of sight. For your mercy meets me in my weakness and turns my darkness into light. I used to think I had to be stronger to earn the right to come before your throne. But grace revealed a deeper invitation, that I could never come alone. You take the fragments of my weary heartbeats. You take the tears I cannot even speak, and turn them into songs of restoration, where I am safe and weak. So I will not fear my lack of words, Lord. I will not hide what I feel inside, for you are closer in my brokenness than any strength I've tried. Even my weakest prayer still reaches heaven. Even my trembling voice is heard. For the God who made the stars above me knows every broken word. Even my weakest prayer still reaches heaven, and nothing is ever out of sight. For your mercy meets me in my weakness and turns my darkness into light. One day all my silent prayers will blossom into worship face to face, and every tear I never had the words for will testify to that day, I'll rest in your assurance that nothing I bring is too small for the one who hears the cry of every heart is the one who hears it all. Even my weakest prayer still reaches heaven, and that truth will never change. For the Savior who delights in broken hearts will never turn away. Even my weakest prayer still reaches heaven, and I will never be alone. For every whispered, fragile prayer I offer still finds its way back home. Even my weakest prayer, you hear it still. Even my weakest prayer, you always will. The sun slipped quietly beyond the horizon, and evening wrapped the world in gentle blue. Another day of carrying heavy burdens, another day of trying to make it through. My mind was crowded with tomorrow's questions. My heart was tired from fighting every fear. But in the stillness of that sacred moment, I felt your calming presence drawing near. You didn't ask me to have all the answers. You didn't ask me to understand the road. You simply opened wide your arms of mercy and invited me to let go. I left my worries at the feet of Jesus. Every burden, every fear, every care. And somehow what once felt so overwhelming became lighter in the shelter of His grace. I left my worries at the feet of Jesus and traded all my striving for His peace. For the one who holds tomorrow in His hands was holding every part of me. The stars appeared like promises above me, tiny reminders that you're always near. And everyone seemed to softly whisper, you never never walk alone down here. The problems waiting for me in the morning had not completely disappeared from sight, but they no longer felt so frightening when placed within your endless light. Because the God who guides the oceans and calls the galaxies by name is still the loving shepherd who carries me when I'm afraid. I left my worries at the feet of Jesus. Every burden, every fear, every care, and somehow what once felt so overwhelming became lighter in the shelter of His grace. I left my worries at the feet of Jesus and traded all my striving for His peace, for the one who holds tomorrow in His hands was holding every part of me. One day all my questions will be answered. One day faith will finally become sight. But until then, I'll rest within the promise that your love is guiding every step of life. When I cannot see beyond the shadows, when I don't know what tomorrow brings, I'll trust the heart that gave its life to save me, and the King above all kings. I left my worries at the feet of Jesus and found a peace this world could never give, a quiet confidence within my spirit that teaches weary hearts to live. I left my worries at the feet of Jesus, and there I'll leave them day by day. For every burden becomes a little lighter when placed before the Lord in prayer. At the feet of Jesus, I found peace. At the feet of Jesus, my soul could finally breathe. There are moments I don't feel your presence, when silence feels heavier than prayer. I reach for you in fragile desperation, but only emptiness is there. Still I remember all the times you carried me when I was certain I would fall apart. So even when my feelings fail to find you, I choose to trust my heart, because your truth is not defined by what I feel. Your love is not dependent on my sight. You are the constant through my changing seasons, the steady anchor in the night. Even when I don't feel you, you are still here, closer than the breath inside my chest, holding every fragment of my weakness, giving weary souls their rest. Even when I don't feel you, you are still faithful. Your promises will never disappear. And even in the silence of my questions, your love is always near. There are days my prayers feel like they vanish, like they never reach beyond the room. But heaven is not moved by what I'm sensing, it's moved by what is true. And truth says you are always working gently, even when I cannot understand, writing grace into the pages of my sorrow, held safely in your hand. So I will not rely on shifting feelings. I will not trust the doubts I hear inside. I will trust the voice that spoke creation, the one who will not lie. Even when I don't feel you, you are still here, closer than the breath inside my chest, holding every fragment of my weakness, giving weary souls their rest. Even when I don't feel you, you are still faithful. Your promises will never disappear. And even in the silence of my questions, your love is always near. One day faith will turn into full seeing. Every hidden thing will be made clear, and I will understand through all my questioning that you were always here. Until that day, I'll walk by trusting promise, not by sight or shifting emotions tide. For the God who never leaves the broken hearted is always by my side. Even when I don't feel you, you are still here, and that truth will carry me through night. For the Savior who is constant in the darkness will lead me into light. Even when I don't feel you, you are still faithful, and I will rest in what I know is true. That every step I take through unseen seasons is held securely in you. Even when I don't feel you, you are still here. Even when I don't see you, you are still near. I tried to walk with strength I didn't have, pretending I was fine when I was not, smiling through the weight of hidden battles, forgetting how exhausted I had got. The world kept asking more than I could offer, and I kept giving pieces of my soul, until I reached the end of my pretending, and finally lost control. That's where you found me, in my weakness, not in my strength or perfect faith, but in the place where I was broken. You called my name with grace. You carried me when I couldn't carry myself, when I had nothing left inside. You lifted every burden off my shoulders and stayed right by my side. You carried me when I couldn't carry myself, and taught my heart to finally rest in the arms of the one who never fails me, in the love that is my best. I thought I had to be enough for everyone, to prove my worth by everything I do. But your love was never based on my performance. It simply stayed untrue. You showed me that my value is unchanging, not built on what my hands can achieve, but rooted chose to believe in me. So every time I start to wander back into pressure, fear, and pride, you gently bring me to remember you are always by my side. You carried me when I couldn't carry myself, when I had nothing left inside. You lifted every burden off my shoulders and stayed right by my side. You carried me when I couldn't carry myself, and taught my heart to finally rest in the arms of the one who never fails me, in the love that is my best. One day I'll see the story clearly, every valley turn to praise, and I will understand your kindness in all my broken days. Until then I will keep trusting, even when I do not see that the God who carried me in darkness still carries me. You carried me when I couldn't carry myself, and that truth will never change. For the Savior who sustains the weary heart will always stay the same. You carried me when I couldn't carry myself, and now my soul is finally free, because the one who bore my weakness still